What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're out here shooting another first shots, and today we've got a mildly affordable 2011 for you, or double stack 1911, of course. This is the Bul Armory EDC SAS 2. Now, Bul Armory has been a gun company that we've had on the channel a few times, and they always give pretty good value for the price. Now, I know it's going to be a little bit more expensive than your average gun, but for double stack 1911s, getting into something like this for under $2K is pretty impressive. Now, the first person to actually put me on to Bul Armory was my buddy Nick, who has thousands of rounds through Bul Armory and swears by them and really got me into them. And ever since I started, I actually kind of like them. This is one of their latest guns, and this is their EDC version, so everyday carry. And this is a commander size double stack 1911. So there's a 4.25 inch Bul barrel with slide cuts and slide serrations. It comes with Bul Armory's optics mounting system, so you can put pretty much whatever optic you want right out of the box, which is super nice. If you're used to 2011s, you pay $3,000 for a gun, you get one optic option. Whereas now you can pay around $1,800 and you actually get a whole bunch right in the box. It also came with 3 magazines, which is really nice. And it came with a pretty solid texture on the grip, good features, ambi controls, and pretty much everything you could possibly want, including this really nice textured slide release and a literally like 2.5 pound trigger. So I'm kind of excited to shoot this. And for as light as this gun is, hopefully it shoots very, very well. I didn't mention the fact that it's only 26 ounces, making it on par with a Glock 19. You get more capacity, you get a better trigger, and you get considerably better accuracy potential than you do a Glock. Well, can you shoot better? That's up to you. Skill can't be purchased, but a little bit of extra accuracy on this big ass Bul barrel certainly can. Now, before we go out and shoot the gun, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is the Sonoran Desert Institute. I've said this before and I'll say it again, there is not a lot of qualified or quality gunsmiths in my area or anywhere around. And I think it's a profession that not only helps people, but you can make a lot of money in. And I think one of the best ways to go to get into that is going to be the Sonoran Desert Institute. And I'm a big fan of being able to get educated in a field that you're passionate about. If you're interested in a career in the gun industry, it's a great way to go. Now, with that being said, we're going to load up our magazines. We're going to be shooting 3 ammo types today. We're going to be shooting some remanufactured ammo. We're going to be shooting some Federal 115 grain and some Blazer 115 grain. And hopefully we get solid accuracy. We're going to shoot it up close. We're going to shoot it far away. And then we'll let you know if we think it's worth the money. So I had the bubs draw some fine aiming points on my FBI milk jug target. And they kind of look like boobs. So we didn't do that on purpose, but we're going to be titty shooting today. So we're going to zero our Bul Armory with our Defender XL and see how it goes. A big ass window. Go right titty first. Oh man, that's so far. I spit, that's so far off. Oh, that is where it is too. Okay, well we got to go down a little bit.
Where did it even go?
Not even on the thing.
Way low.
Well, we're shooting one whole groups, they're just not where I want. Now, I gotta tell you, I've shot a lot of 2011s, but this is probably the most uncomfortable one I've ever shot. They have a ridge right here, and I don't know if you know this, but this is where you stick your hand, and like you can already see it rubbing my hand raw. I don't like this. If it were up to me, like right away, I would cut this off with a Dremel. I'd cut this off with a Dremel. I'd stop trying to be cute with everything, and I would just make it nice and smooth. Because I know it looks kind of cool and mean, but people want something smooth that they can grab onto really hard. If you're shooting a gun really fast, you're squeezing hard as shit, and you don't want sharp points stabbing into you. So, you know, just a heads up, sharp points kind of suck. Look at that. Right on top of each other every single time, though. Ooh, right in the nipple. Oh, I missed that one.
Wow.
Right in the nipple again. Woo! All right, so we got a full mag of Blazer brass out here, and we're at 50 yards, so we'll see how we do. Ooh. Too easy. All right, so now we're at 75. Try this out. Well, I missed the last 3 for some reason. one of the spent cases hit the optic and then shot for like super far forward, and it distracted me so much I missed my shot.
Dang!
I think I did too bad. That's really sweet, man. I like how it shoots, but the back part of this, what is that called? The dovetail?
Yeah, it's this bullshit.
The
I think
beaver
this
tail?
is what's
The
getting
beaver
me.
tail. Yeah, it just kind of like digs you. Like you can see my hands already getting it too.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was complaining about a second ago. For some reason, the grip and everything feels really good, but like what people forget to do is like bevel the back. And that's like one of those things that if you buy like a $4,000 or $5,000 2011, you just forget exists because it's not a problem.
Yep.
But when you buy a cheaper one, sometimes you have stuff like this. And I've never had this on staccato, but they obviously did this on purpose. This even sort of looks like an insert. You can see there's a line there. I don't know what this is for, but this can't be allowed to continue.
It felt super easy. I mean, it was like dead nuts. It was very easy to hit.
That's the first time he's ever shot that gun, ever. He didn't even zero it or anything, and he hit it 75 yards almost every single time. I mean, that's what you buy when you buy a 2011. You buy that nice and easy trigger, and obviously that dot's pretty sick. I like the Vortex XL, but I don't like the little one.
If you guys love Bubba Wick, leave it in the comments below. Ready?
Lorray the hedgehog. She's gonna go fast.
Oh, okay. Woo!
Oh, you weren't fucking around. That was fast.
Didn't lock back. But we're good. Give me a double stack 1911 and a red dot, and I will rock all day. Oh. Little fingers, turn the safety on. Whoop. Didn't lock back again, but
That pushing that safety up, I like to call the cola in noir malfunction. That's what happens when you don't ride the safety.
I know, but I got these little fingers. They don't reach, but this,
Reach.
I don't know, it's fun to me. And my little hands made it so this thing didn't bother me. So maybe Lil Hands McGee is who this is made for.
Ha! I fucking like this thing.
That's pretty sweet. This gun is super awesome.
All right, so this was an absolutely exceptional gun. The EDC SAS 2 was one of the better 2011s that we've shot on the channel in a while, except for a couple of things. First off, the 4.25 is a very, very classic barrel length, and the reason for that is because it's small enough to carry, but it's big enough to fight with. On top of that, the recoil impulse of a 4.25 is absolutely 100% quick and fast and awesome. Throw an X300 on there and it kind of offsets the snappiness and it makes the gun shoot super, super quick. Sights are really good, but we didn't use them. The optic was awesome. We used just the standard Leopold optics mounting system, threw the Defender XL on there, and it ran 100%. Now the controls on the gun feel really good, except for a couple things. Number one, the safety actually feels really good, and it's funny because they did bevel and knurl the safety, which is normally a problem or a hotspot on 2011s. However, on this, that's not the problem. The problem is this, like there's wings out here to like protect the safety. I'm not sure what these are. and they look like they're just kind of a fitted in piece. And right here, has an edge to it that bothered both me and Bubs, but didn't bother my wife. Now, in all fairness, we shot a lot more, but she also has really little hands. So maybe that'll affect you, maybe it won't. But personally, something is gonna get dremeled, and you can guess which one it is. The second thing that definitely gonna get dremeled is this right here. The undercut on the trigger. I have never liked these on Bul Armories because they're sort of one size fits all, and that size does not fit me. My big knuckle hangs out considerably past that, as you can see that, and what happens then is it just smacks into it all day when I'm shooting, and it's pretty easy to just dremel that right off there, and no big deal. Now, the star of the show is definitely going to be the trigger, and the trigger is one of the best triggers I've ever had in a 2011, especially for the money. We'll show that one more time. That has to be a sub 3-pound trigger. That is really, really good. Then we'll show you the reset on here as well. Very, very quick. And that allowed those incredible follow-up shots when we shot up close, and that also allowed Bubs to shoot at 75 yards with never shooting the gun before whatsoever. You just literally put the dot on the target, you press the trigger, and the bullet goes exactly where you want. That's the sort of ground zero concept for handguns, but this one actually does it. There's no dicking around with the double action trigger. There's no dicking around trying to line up your iron sights. You literally playing a video game when you shoot this gun. Very fast, very accurate, and I can honestly see why people love these guns so much, especially for the fact that it comes in between $1,600 and $1,800. I think that's a really, really good deal for a double stack 1911. Now, there's some cheaper ones out there. The Prodigy comes in a little bit lower than this, but one thing you have to remember with the Prodigy is that half of them kind of suck. The reason for that is because they use a lot lower quality parts inside their internals than maybe something like Bul Armory, because I can tell you the trigger on this, the feel on this, and the fit and the finish on this gun is much, much superior to my Prodigy, which is around the same price. If you go lower than that, you're going to run into the Apollo. The Apollo is a solid double stack 1911 for around 1,100 bucks. No frills, no optics mount, shit like that, but it does work okay. But you're not going to get the reliability that you're going to get out of the Bul Armory. I would say for me personally, you can get a Prodigy and get it upgraded, but if you're looking for a solid, I'm going to shoot this all the time 2011, I think I would spring for the Bul Armory personally. That way you can put 4, 5, 6, 7,000 rounds through it most likely without any issues. Now, that being said, we only shot 250 through it today. We had no malfunctions, but we're using 3 different types of ammo: Federal, the remanufactured shitty competition ammo I have, and then also Blazer Brass. And I was literally shooting one hole groups with this thing. Very accurate, very fast, very reliable. The grip feels great. The magazine changes were great. The mag roll's pretty good. Overall, I would consider this certainly one of the best double stack 1911s for the money. Again, a little bit pricey at the $1,700, $1,800, but what you get for it is extreme speed and extreme accuracy. And I would say it's almost on par with these custom-made 2011s. The only real difference between that and this, probably long-term longevity on springs and parts, and then also it's going to be these hot spots on the back here that should have been beveled from the factory, but hey, you can't get everything, right? Overall, I think it was a great gun, and if you like this video, go down and give me a like and give me a subscribe. Please support your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
Bubba drew single boobs for zeroing.